Yeah. So I have well, two things. I found the what's it? The fucking the candies and scales I was missing. Rather, didn't find them. I just actually looked at the notes instead of just. Anyways, they're in Lily Cove. There's like one here, yeah. So scale here. This is what I was like forgetting about. There's a candy here. There's a candy on fuck, on like 123, I think it is. Um, this is that's why I kept saying like, oh, like swear I'm missing something when I was like running around Pyre and Hideout. It's because I was. There's a candy over here somewhere. Um, oh my fuck. And then also prepped way far ahead. I've literally prepped all three Tate, Eliza, Gym, and I'm pretty comfortable with all of it. Less comfortable actually with my ending to Hideout, so we'll have to clear Hideout first, and then if we end up losing stuff, there's are a couple fights where I think we could end up losing something that could come. The biggest risk, to be clear, the biggest risk is on Executor, in the mat fight. Um, and if we dodge that, then we're fine. There's also risk on Kecleon on Grunt 7. I think only Kecleon on Grunt 7. And I think that losing Kecleon, all it would mean is we can't do the heist, which I have a heist prep. It's not fully riskless. There's a it should be deathless most of the time. There's a turn where Gyarados gets risked to a coin flip crit, but it should be deathless most of the time, and we should be able to do heist risklessly. Um, but our mat, basically the reason I calculated is because there was a scale I wanted to use for mat, that being Beedrill defense, and so I wanted to calculate my gym to make sure that I wasn't going to run out of scales before the end of Tate and Liza gym, and as it happens, I will not. The mat Beedrill defense scale is like a bit luxury, right? Or not luxury, like it like doesn't materially change anything because there's still going to be a risk on Executor anyways. It just makes it much more likely that Executor lives. But the thing is the defense Beedrill defense scale actually comes up later, or rather, it is very materially relevant for a specific fight in Tate Gym. So I think it's a pretty good scale anyways, Beedrill defense. Um, in terms of like helping it get switch in opportunities. So I'm pretty comfortable sending that. Um, anyways, like I said, we have to get through hideout anyways. So gotta get started on that. We need B, we need bully, we need conk. Don't need you, or you. But we do need a dragon and muck and oh, electrode. That's right. And no one has items. Okay. Well, you're actually going to have this in two some ways. Um, uh, a cherry berry muck. The So it's down here. Yeah, we need the life orb and electrode, and want citruses on Hydreigon Conch. I'm not gonna put a citrus on Goalie. I don't think it needs one, and I just want to save. In case it ends up at any point being relevant, I'll try to save citruses where I can. Goalie needs pre-damage to 139. Pre-damage 139. And where'd it go? Where did my notes go? Oh, here they are. Okay. Um, we need to teach Conkeldurr. We're gonna drop Hammer Arm is relevant in Tate and Liza Gym, so we're gonna drop Conkeldurr's low kick from Conkeldurr's set. Uh, low kick has served us well, and we haven't needed a flex slot until now, but we will be going back to flex slot. Um, Let me just review the line. So, a dragon who shows Gara a fast two-shot is going to press defog. If it's always Stone Edge, so we go into Keldurr. Conkeldurr has Thunder Punch to prevent Gara from clicking anything except Waterfall, and we go into Electrode, who with first of all we have to U-turn with Hydreigon, so remember that. But Electrode with the Life Orb following a U-turn always kills Gyarados. The fog ensures that's possible. We go to Beedrill, and Beedrill in its base form shows a fast kill to the Raichu. A U-turns on the Raichu, killing it potentially, but if it doesn't, it's always Psychic. So we go to Muck, who has knockoff. Uh, and it will click knockoff, and if Raichu doesn't die and the Cherry Berry procs, then we will go to back to Electrode with guaranteed discharge. It takes nothing from that. Outspeeds Raichu. At this point, the thing is knocked off, and we can Volt Switch again back to Muck. Muck should, because it shows a fast kill to Corsola, it should always bait Go-Goat, and it should always be Earthquake, and we go to Goalie, who gets ejected, into Beedrill, who clicks U-turn, then we turn to Muck, and Muck kills Corsola with knockoff. Okay. Pretty straightforward stuff. This is the one fight that was very easy. Or the one fight, if this is a fight that was very easy for me to prep. I don't remember. That's an electrode. I think it's it is. Okay. Is it you? Must be you. Okay, let's do it. Okay. So like I said, what we're going to do is we're going to press defog, and this is always Stone Edge, and we're going to U-turn. It doesn't matter. We're going to conk, and then this is always Waterfall. And we're going to Electrode, who with the chip from U-turn always kills Gara with Volt Switch. And base form Beedrill is going to deceive Raichu into switching in here. Um, and we get to Mega Evolve and press U-turn. Usually killing this, when it doesn't, it's still fine. do kill this time. Regardless, we're going to muck either way. We're going to goalie. Gets ejected. Back into Beedrill. Clicks U-turn. And we go into muck again. You just one-shots the Cursula with knockoff. Okay. Then what's this next one? Okay, this next one is like it can. I mean, okay, so like we can bait it. Basically, it only goes weird if we like bait out of order, essentially. Uh, but I I don't think that's particularly likely. Regardless, let's keep it moving. Oh, whoopsies. Who do I need from this team? I believe it's just goalie. We need Blaziken. And we need Emperors and Magnezone. We gotta reteach Magnezone, we gotta reteach it Thunder. And we need Milotic. And because we gotta reteach Magnezone Thunder, I'm just going to take out Hydreigon so that we can fly around as necessary. But the last one will be taking is Torterra. Okay. Thunder. One, two, or it and Torterra, who is somewhere. There he is. All right, so two, you burn one, you damage three, 162, damage five, 176, the toxic six. Okay. Uh, Citrus for Milo. Pearsim actually for you. Pearsim only matters if we bait out of order, but I think it is still correct. Citrus for Golisopod. And then Zoom Lens for Dort. Charcoal for Blaziken, and Amphi gets its Mega Stone. Okay. Okay. Should be good. I gotta remember to heal Torterra before the fight begins. I also don't know where the fight is, so technically it's this way. And then it was this, and this, this, and this. So I go here. I think we're good. Okay, so we're going to Icy Wind, because this is always going to Weather Ball. We're then going to recover. I think it's correct in case Milo needs to come back in at some point, because this is always just going to click Weather Ball a bunch. We need to get a second Icy Wind off, though. But I think recover is better for the steer. Similarly, after this Weather Ball, we will, or rather, I think that, no, I think we are supposed to click recover. I think we will get more HP back. Okay. And then that's just in case we need to like steer or whatever. We're going to goalie because, like I said, we can bait out of order in this fight. Goalie always gets ejected here. And we're going to Ampharos, who now outspeeds Polytoad, and is going to stay in its base form and kill it with Thunder. And this should always be Poliwrath. And we're going to Mega Evolve and kill this with Thunder. We're going to Mega Evolve, allowing us to resist Liquidation. And then this should always be, I think at this HP total, this should always be Noivern. Yeah. The reason we have the Pearsum on Magnezone is just in case we end up baiting, like in the event of a crit, I think we could end up baiting, what's it called, Heliolisk first. And if that were to happen, Magnezone would need to switch it on Hurricane, but it doesn't normally. And it also doesn't normally struggle to 1v1 this Noivern at all. Now, it's worth noting if I end up in between the damage. Oh, okay. So I took. Basically, I want to be above, either above 124 or below 120 when I die. And if that doesn't happen, then we could be in a situation where Ferrothorn is able to boom, which would suck. So we're fine. I maybe should have waited to see what the damage roll on that was and just clicked like a random move, just like wasted a turn essentially there to see the damage roll. I think that might have been safer because I don't think that we were ever going to lose this matchup. But Yeah, it's like it's gonna be Heliolisk. It's always gonna be Weather Ball now, and we're going to goalie who is going to get ejected, and then we're going to Tort. Of course, holding the zoom lens, pre-toxic, so it can't get parried. Um, and because Pharaoh is the last one out, it can't boom. But yeah, it was basically it was like if Magnezone ends up in that like range of 4 specific hit points, and then Ferrothorn booms, that was the risk in this fight. And then also we could bait, like I said, we could bait if um Ampharos got crit by liquidation. I think we could bait out of order, but it was not particularly likely. I think it was like it wasn't just like regular ass crit didn't do it. I don't think. I think it needed to be high roll. Um, okay, and then this fucking fight. Okay, this is the one. This is the one where like this is honestly probably the riskiest fight between here and the end of the gym. I'm 100% serious. And the thing is most of the time we're gonna win the fight, and it's not gonna look like anything has happened. It's gonna look like it was fairly free. It's also gonna take 100 fucking years, as it always does. Here, I need to find a piece of paper 1 second. Okay, so basically in this fight, we don't need to dodge the 1 in 40, but we kind of need to like we if we get the 1 in 40 turn 1 attack, we like have pretty consistent outs, I would say. Um it would essentially be like 1 in 40 into quick claw proc is what fucks us. Um, or 1 in 40 crit is really bad also. But we'll know most of the time after turn one, um, if there's going to be any risk in the fight. There's also any like meaningful risk. Like there's also a very, very high percentage range we need to hit. We're going to be killing artillery with 3 sucker punches, and between the 3 sucker punches, I think we need to find 4 or 5 points of damage above the min roll, which is like again really, really high percentage. So it's just artillery and Costa that like because we need to knock off the Caracosta essentially. Like we need to knock off the Caracosta in order for Milo to successfully PvP stall it, and Milo doing that is by far our most consistent way of dealing with Start Me, right? Like it's very hard for us to deal with Start Me if we're not getting the opportunity to like bait it in with it thinking it has a kill, and then it turns out it doesn't have a kill. Um, and we're doing that with goalie rather than B. Um, I just want to make sure. Like I said, the reason we're doing that with goalie rather than B, the like main reason that we're doing that is that we want the sucker punch chip onto artillery, right? Because like we don't have super good priority users, essentially. Like we don't have the ability to um like we don't have particularly good sucker punch priority users for this specific situation. It's not that we don't necessarily have good priority users, but like I don't know, it's could be something where no, that's like team slot issues. Um, Regardless, I have my line. It's pretty consistent, but and we'll know a lot more, like I said, after turn one. Um, Anyways, we still need Milotic. We still need Goldie. Everyone else can go. We need Electrode. We need Ecleon. We need Gyarados. We need Prim. It's very nice to have Prim for this fight because it's just like such a good blanket answer to the Gudra. So it helps a lot with team compression. It allows us to commit a bunch of team slots to dealing with the Starmie and the Costa and the Octillery. Um, oh, I just want to check. Don't have fly. Okay. We need to teach. Need is a strong word. I don't know that we actually need to teach. I think Kecleon should pretty much always be dead to Gliscor, but I'm going to teach Ice Punch nonetheless because we do. Again, need is a strong word. I think we need it for the gym fight. So I'll just grab you. We'll go teach Kecleon Ice Punch. Outside of that, I don't think we should need to teach any moves. And we'll learn it over low kick. I assume knockoff is better for Kecleon. Not that I think Kecleon's pretty much going to be used for Tate and Liza, and then is probably going to almost immediately get sacked to space tag. So I think it's. I haven't like hard looked at space tag, but I would imagine we're leading Kecleon for space tag. It's the classic space tag lead. What did I put back in the box? Gara. That's right. Okay. Oh, no. No. Yes, I do want to learn Sucker Punch. And Kecleon does need to be at level cap because um it needs to not show Caracosta any kills on turn 1. If we get Quick Claw proc 1 in 40 crit uh on turn 1, I think it's pretty hard for us to win this fight. But obviously that's a preposterous series of events, right? It's like 1 in 400, 1 in 4,000-ish. So we're not too worried about that. I don't think we can afford to play around shit like that. That's just, you know, preposterous. Um, citrus here, citrus here. Um, the black glasses here, and no, not Dragon Fang magnet here. The muscle band actually, hilariously. The fuck is the muscle band? Oh, here. Muscle band on goalie. Okay, and then pre-damage goalie to 209. 229. And I think there's kind of nothing for it. I think we're just gonna do it. This is, like I said, this is the one. If once we're past this, I feel way better. Just overall. I kind of knew, like, as soon as I saw that artillery, I was gonna send some bullshit into this fight. Knockoff. No attack. Okay, Quick Claw's fine as long as it just clicks fucking Stealth Rocks. Yes, okay. All right, so this is Stone Edge number 1. We're going to Milotic. There are 5 stone edges. Crit is fine. Most of the time, anyways. We get Omega crit by this. I think it could get sketchy. Anyways, this is stone edge number 2. We're gonna recover. Okay. Stone edge number 3. We're gonna recover. Stone edge number 4. We're recovering. This is why we needed, because if it went like Quick Claw no proc into Quick Claw proc, that's why we needed to do the knockoff. This is the last stone edge. We're recovering. Okay. This is the first hydro pump of 8. And we're going to recover. There are 3 more attacks than we have recovers. Anyways, that's hydro pump number 1 of 8. We are going to press Icy Wind now. We need to chip this Caracosta below half before it runs out of moves. So we're going to do that with Icy Wind. We're going to slowly chip it with Icy Wind. This is hydro pump number 2. We're going to click recover. This is hydro pump number 3. We're going to click Icy Wind. This is hydro pump number 4. That's below half, yeah. Okay. We're going to click Icy Wind did twice. We're going to click recover. This is hydro pump number 5. Okay. We're going to click recover. This is hydro pump number 6. We're going to click recover on hydro pump number 7. We're going to click recover, and this should be the last hydro pump. Okay. Only missed one. We're gonna Icy Wind one more time. This should be the first ice beam, if I've been counting right. Yes, okay, I have been. There are 10 ice beams. Ice beam 2. Ice beam 3. Ice beam 4. Ice beam 5. Ice beam 6. Ice beam 7. Ice beam 8. Ice beam 9. And this should be ice beam number 10. I'm going to click recover one more time. This can't switch out because it's below half. So I'm going to click my last recover, and I want to see stealth rocks. Yes, okay, so it's out of ice beams. We're going to H electrode. Electrode is not holding the magnet for this. It's holding the magnet for the bad world, which I don't think we can realistically live in at this point in time. We're going to click volt switch. Killing Caracosta and going to goalie. This should always be Starmie. Or kill with first impression. And it should always be artillery. Yep. And we're going to sucker punch. Even if we high roll crit, this should always eject us. Basically, quick claw doesn't matter here. We're going to Kecleon. Wait, we can fake out here, right? Oh, but we might not want to because we don't want it to show it Octaz. That's why we can't fake out. We don't want to ever show it Octazooka because then we could get dropped. Good thing I didn't fucking do that. We're just gonna hit the range. I'm skeptical it's even a range at this point. That looks like more damage than the mineral. And then we sucker punch, and then this should always be life score, and we're going to Gyarados. This should always be EQ. Yeah. And we're going to Icy Wind. And then we're going to Waterfall. And then Prim can encore this into literally any of the moves it can click here. Um, yeah, Curse is obviously the best one to see. But if it went for a different move, we could just click Slow Encore. Oh, it's a big sigh of relief. Genuinely. I was like stressing the fuck out about this fight. But as soon as we didn't see the 1 in 40 attack on turn 1, it was generally speaking going to be safe. So Grunt 8 is very safe. We have Beedrill. Beedrill makes this fight so free. And then it's Matt, and I have to remember to scale Beedrill defense for Matt. Okay. Uh, Nothing from this team is coming to the next fight. Um, we need eel and we need Robat. There is, I mean, technically, like, okay, so we are bringing knockoff to the fight, but we're not trying to click knockoff in this fight. Um, the focus band on the Rillaboom, we're going to U-turn it with Beedrill. We're going into Crobat. Crobat is then just going to click dual wing beat until the Rillaboom dies. So it's like, yeah, I guess that Rillaboom could live forever, but I think this is just the best approach here. There's the eel. I already have the eel. Vascular Legion and Wolverine. Okay, I can level cap all of these. Yeah, like by the time Crobat clicks its second dual wing beat, Rillaboom is already like at 1 in 1,000. Like if it lives both and it's dealing no damage to Crobat because it has to click Grassy Glide because it sees itself as dead. So it's like super safe, super free, I think. So I'm just not worried about it. It's like Crobat's gonna get a lot of shots at it, and it would have to like get to like 1 in like a billion before it starts mattering. I'm like not even joking. I think it would have to get to there. Um, um, Citrus, citrus, citrus. Legion doesn't need anything. We need to pre-burn. Eel is slot 3. We need to pre-burn. Pre-burn 3. Focus. Blast. Okay. Um, should be, like I said, this one should be Omega free. And then it's Matt, which there's a not insubstantial chance that we lose Executor to Matt. I think there was okay, it's just the Sharpedo Mega, which we don't have a Sharpedo anymore. Okay, Beedrill is in the lead, which is what we want. It should be good. Let's do it. Okay. Rillaboom should be going for high horsepower always here. We're going to Mega Evolve and we're going to click U-turn. Okay. It just kills, I guess. We're going to Crobat either way. Yeah, because we want Ampharos out. And we're going to Lantern. Okay. And we're going to Basculegion. That's one Focus Blast. Back to Lantern. We're not counting Thunderbolts. We don't need to. We're going to Basculegion. It's 2 Focus Blasts. Going back to Lantern. Going to Basculegion. It's 3 Focus Blasts. There's only 5 of them. Back to Lantern. We're going to Region. This is 4 Focus Blasts. To Lantern. And to Basculegion for the 5th and final Focus Blast. So this is T-Bolt. We're going to Lantern. And we're going to go to Heal on the HP Ice. And Eel is going to click Knockoff. To Lantern. It's going to be either HP Ice or Thunderbolt. Doesn't matter which, obviously. This is guaranteed HP ice, and we're going to wall rain. Who's going to encore this thing, and we just are going to kill it slow as can be. This should always be Ludicolo, who sees a fast kill on wall rain after Ampharos dies. It should always be going for grassy glide. Going to go to Beedrill. And even if it goes max roll crit into max roll crit, it's fine. We're simply going to Leech Life. We're going to heal back to full. This will be Wobbuffet, who gets one shot. And now U-turn into even mineral U-turn into max roll crit Giga Drain here is completely fine. We still always kill with Drill Run after that combination, even with all the residual healing. Yeah, we still, like I said, we still always kill with Drill Run here. And we Leech Life for the kill. Obviously, we couldn't obstruct there just because it was seeing a bunch of kills from Beedrill. I just want to check, actually, in case that I fucked that up, which I don't think I should, which I don't think I did. Obstagoon, if you're not burned. Oh, well, it's the first turn out. It's fine, actually. It can't obstruct, provided it follows the same logic as Protect. It should not be able to obstruct on the first turn out, so it's okay. And I also have Vascularly. Hmm. Well, like I said, as long as it follows the same logic as Protect, and it can't Protect on the first turn out, then we were completely safe there. If it doesn't, for whatever reason, there was a little risk there, right? That it could obstruct, drop my attack, and then we might actually have to sack something. Because without the burn, it wasn't actually seeing any kills on Beedrill. So regardless, it's time for Matt. It's time to drop the Beedrill speed scale. I don't think my Matt actually has any pre-damage needed. Yeah, none at all. And like I said, Executor is definitely favored with the speed scale. Executor is definitely favored to survive the mat fight, but it can definitely die, and I have to be open to sacking it in the circumstances in which it can be sacked are like ones where it's like I'm avoiding like crit risk on Beedrill and stuff like that. So there's no way I should try to save it if it's being like if we end up in that situation. I just have to be willing to sack goalie. Um, it's Magnezone. It's so everyone in the other box. It's Tort. Prim and executor. And Torterra also technically is facing some risk, but it's like basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna switch it on Raikou on a guaranteed Thunderbolt. It is guaranteed, right? I just want to double check that. Fully 85. Mineral Ice Cool Crash is 35. So 198 is the number I'm looking for. Yeah, 198. Okay, so 198, 35. That's crazy how that lines up. Or it's not 198, 197. Okay. Well, it's still pretty very precise. That's pretty funny. Um, Basically, we're just going to click Earthquake with Tort until Aku dies, and there's like a 1 in 400 chance that Tort loses that 1v1, which I could double candy Tort to make it so it always wins the 1v1, but I think that would be atrocious, considering that Or losing the 1v1 never wipes us, right? Because we have Beedrill who outspeeds Raikou, just comes in and kills it. Um, and it changes absolutely nothing about the rest of our fight. And so, yeah, like I said, I think that would be absolutely horrible. And I think we have to like reverse greed here, or rather, we have to greed here because it's like it's super unlikely, and the bad world is like not even um, is not even a wipe or anything like that. We just lose Tort, which would be horrible. Like, I mean, would much rather not lose my starter, granted, but if it ends up being the case, it's like Torterra just fucking did not want it, I guess. Um, I just want to double check everyone has. Okay. There's also the situation where if um Dracovish double crits Executor, and then Harvest doesn't proc, right? Because if Harvest procs, we get sent immediately eat the berry and then get sent back above half. If Dracovish then basically in the situation that Dracovish double crits Executor, Harvest doesn't proc, and then Dragapult comes in, Dragapult can see Shadow Balls at that point, and if it gets the crit Spadef drop on Prim into a second crit, so 4 crits, 2 lost coin flips, and a secondary effect. If all of that happens, Prim can lose the 1v1 against Pult, and then we probably wipe, I would imagine. Um, I like sure if that happens. Matt just like turbo fucking wanted it. Um, we gotta get the B speed scale, or not defense scale. Maximize IVs, B drill, defense. Okay. B's in the lead. Oh, that's funny. Haven't even healed. Um, okay. Um, I think this should be good. I think it's like 80% for Executor to live ish. 80-ish percent. What's over here? The fuck? Um, oh, that was the Master Ball. That's right. Okay, let's run it. Okay, so Beedrill in its base form, Underspeed Spam with Swine shows it a bunch of fast kills, so we get to U-turn it for free. And we're going to Golisopod, who is at full HP for this fight, you might have noticed. Um, we're going to Goalie, who's holding the Silver Powder, which allows it to always kill Mamo from this HP total, so that way we don't have to deal with rocks. And this should always bait Raikou. Okay, and then we'll see if Tort wants it or doesn't. This is a 80%-ish range. Yeah, that's okay. Prism didn't. We get to click. We would have gotten to click Earthquake again. Had that roll not connected, because it was a low roll signal beam. Only the top two rolls would have put us in any jeopardy, and our Prism didn't proc. So Tort would have just gotten to click EQ again, and then this is always Dracovish, right? So it doesn't change anything what HP Tort leaves this 1v1 at, because it's always going to be Dracovish, obviously clicking always Vicious Rend. And we go to Executor. Okay, no crit is good, obviously. Um, and Harvest, or not Harvest procs, Citrus procs. We kill with Draco, always kills. And then this is always Pult for always Dragon Darts. I go to Prim. And holding the Pixie Plate, Prim always kills with Moonblast. And now this is always going to be Kartana for either Leaf Blade or Smart Strike. We want to see Smart Strike. Helps a lot in terms of the survival odds of Executor. It's unfortunate. We're going to Beedrill, and we want to see no crit here, or no high roll crit anyways. It's always Sacred Sword, obviously. Now we want to not crit our U-turn. Okay. And we would like to see Smart Strike here. Nice. Okay. This should always now be Sacred Sword. We're going back to B. And B lives even high roll crit here, obviously. Otherwise, I would not be switching it in. And we're going to Leech Life. And Gara comes in. And we're going to U-turn, which never kills, but where you get to go to Golisopod. And Golisopod always kills it with first impression from this HP total. And if Goalie happens to get ejected, then B would come back in and kill it. So we Vimp. And that's it. That's Matt. Eggy lives. Okay. To Moss Deep. Now, the thing with the fights on the route to Moss Deep is I need to keep Beedrill at level 83 or lower for and to be clear, there's nothing else I'm bringing to these fights where level should matter for Tate and Liza's gym. It's just B. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to take the first fight using Beedrill. We're gonna gauge whether I need to change my line for the last fight where Beedrill's insane. We're gonna gauge whether I need to change my line for the last fight based off of how much XP Beedrill gains in the first fight. Uh, And we're gonna give something an EXP share for this first fight, just to try to make it so that Beedrill gains less XP. Beedrill, we want Goalie actually. Need you, need you, don't need you, don't need you. Um, we need Incineroar and Kara Costa and Excadrill. Alright. Um, Kara is in slot 1, yeah. I mean, it makes sense to me that it would be. Okay, Costa in slot 1, Beedrill in slot 2. Kara Costa needs the Iron Ball. It doesn't need any pre-damage, actually. Incineroar needs the black glasses. Torterra is going to level 85 so that it can outspeed the the one, the Plotzer. We're going to level 83. And I'll give Excadrill the XP share to try to minimize the amount of EXP that Beedrill gains. Okay, and then pre-damage. So Tort is, oh no, it's insane, is 222 damage. 4, 222. Pre-damage. 5, 170. Damage. 6. Is it? It's 228 to 228. And if it turns out that Beedrill is gaining way too much XP and it's looking like it's gonna level twice before the gym from the 2 fights that it's coming to, then I will have to take a break, I think. This looks like it all makes sense. So Karakosta is going to protect, Beedrill is going to Mega Evolve and kill Greninja with U-turn. Um, and we're going to bring in Incineroar. And Karakosta is going to switch into Torterra, and Incineroar is going to kill Delmise with knockoff. And we're going to Giga Drain the Clawitzer. We don't want to kill it, so that's why we're Giga Draining. And we're going to switch Incineroar into Golisopod, who is I think this is fine. Who's going to be ejected. I didn't switch goalie's item. I really hope that doesn't make a difference. Um, who's going to be ejected into Excadrill, who can take the rising voltage that's going into that slot. Okay. And we're going to Woodhammer the Klowitzer, and we're going to high horsepower the Pinkerton. And this should always be, I think it's high horse into Exca. We're going to Woodhammer the Rillaboom, and we're going into Yuli. Yeah. And now we are going to first impression the kill. All right. Now time to see if we have to take a break. Oh, we're so fine. We're so fine. We gained like 1 level at most. As long as we keep a guy with the XP share in the back, we're fine. We also have to make sure we don't run into any optionals. Okay. We don't need Costa, Beedrill, need Torterra. Only need Exca actually. Okay. Executor and Kelder. Need just the vasculation. Vasculation. And we need Gyarados and Walrein. Where's Walrein? We're gonna level up Excadrill to level 82, no higher. Hawk is going to 83, says. No one else, there's no one else where it matters, so I'll just level cap. Or rather, it does matter for Gyarados, Legion. Probably, I would imagine it does not matter for Executor. Let me just check that. Yeah, there's no way it matters for executor, so I just will not do that there, but it matters for these three. So I'll bring them to 85. Um, uh, citrus here. We need uh, stick water here. Here. Let's do that. We shouldn't need any items because this one's pretty straightforward. And let's actually, I think I need, my bad. I think I need, no, actually, I explicitly don't want a citrus on Exca. That's right. Um, but it does need to be pre-damaged. Damage 1, 2, 16. Okay. All right. It should be good. All right, so this is guaranteed sticky web. We underspeed because we under-leveled Exca, and we rapid spin. After the spin, of course, we outspeed, and we can now kill with Iron Head. And we're going to Basket Legion on guaranteed hammer arm, and now we're going to conk on darkest, whatever the fuck dark type move this is. Yeah, I was right. It is darkest lariat. Um, we're going to hammer arm for the kill, and this should always be Azu for play rough. And we're going to Exca. And this should always be Aquajet, and we're going to Wall Rain. Yeah. And we're going to Encore. And we will just kill this with freeze dry. Some number of freeze dries, anyways. It should still always be Aquajet, so we'll freeze dry. And this should be Nito. We're gonna pivot through Basque Legion. Yep. Of course, it's sheer force, so it can't like spidap drop me or poison me. This is always Earth Power, and we get to Icy Wind this, and now we outspeed it. And holding the Mystic Water, we always kill the Waterfall, and then obviously this thing doesn't do fucking shit to Executor, even if it like Omega crits me. It's fine. All right. I need to pee. And then this last fight before Moss Deep is like Omega free. We should really just need Hydreigon, Salazzle, and Beedrill for this fight. I'm gonna bring something underleveled. Sure, do. Something underleveled that I know is getting leveled to the cap, which Houndoom is. Beedrill, so that it can hold the EXP share. Salazzle and Hydreigon. Yeah, I will level cap both Salazzle and Hydreigon. Uh, these, both of you, citruses. I don't suppose that they're going to proc, but nonetheless. Yeah, like I said, I'll level cap these two. Um, yeah, should be fine. This one, like I said, is just like very free as long as you have Beedrill. And I just need to make sure, like I said, my Beedrill stays under level 83. Okay. And it's got 2 kills. It's gonna pick up. Okay, it might level once in fight, but that's completely fine. Um, yeah. Okay. Um, always Dazzling Gleam, and we're going to Hydreigon, who of course quad resists Dazzling Gleam. And we're going to Encore and kill this thing. And then this should always be Alakazam. Always Expanding Force. We're going to Hydreigon. And then we're going directly to Beedrill. It's fine. We're going to Mega Evolve, and we're just going to fucking kill everything. Like I said, I think I assumed we were going to level um like maybe once. Okay. But leveling once is totally fine. And then I'm going to switch Walrein into the lead, and we're going to speed 1 as we go optional dodging. Just skirt around the outsides. 2. Where is it? The fuck am I now? Oh my god. Oh my god, okay. Oh, oh my god, if I run into an optional and it fucks with me, I swear to god, it's like, oh, this is it, right? Yes, okay. Well, we're gonna log the PC here, so now we can fly. So we never have to worry about those fucking optionals again, or maybe we will at some point. Um, okay, so Preston and Mora has, one second. We're not going to take, because we have very decent fights for all of Tate and Liza's gym and a very decent gym leader. I'm not worried about the encounters or Shoal Cave. We'll deal with all that fallout later. Okay, Preston and Mora has like one turn of risk. I just want to see the calcs. There's like a specific set of calcs on Torkoal. How about 80, 85 plus 10 plus 2, or not 85, 75. Is there a reason for that? 74, for example? What does that look like? Oh, okay, so that's why it's 75. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so that might, torcal levels there, it could end up, yeah, if torcal levels, I mean, it shouldn't matter though. Too much. Anyways, there might be, depending on torcal levels, we might need to change something a little later in the gym because torcal does actually need to be a specific level for this fight and then a specific level for a later fight. So we'll see. This fight has a little bit of risk. It's like the only, provided everything goes according to plan. It's the only one that does. There's a turn where Houndoom is being risked to, it's Hurricane crit, so it's slightly less than 6% to die. Um, if it dies, there's like more knock-ons, but they're really, really unlikely to matter. Uh, so from this team, it's just Houndoom who's coming. Metagross is insane for this fight. So I'm happy we got to pull it. Basically, with this fight, what I did is like I plan for uh, or wait, fuck. I plan for Metagross to kill the Sylveon and then kill all of the Noivern side and just like structure the whole fight based around enabling Metagross to do that while still being able to clean up Torkoal. We gotta pick our moves on Torkoal. Obviously not super relevant. I think I'm gonna go Flamethrower and Heat Wave along with Rapid Spin and Protect. I am skeptical of Eruption's usefulness. There's two tutor moves we need to teach for this fight, and we need to level cap everyone except for Torkoal and Blaziken. Torkoal needs to go to level 70. Oh, I need a flyer. I need a flyer so that I can. No, I don't think so. So that I can teach the tutor guys. 70 bucks. Uh, and we're going to be teaching Metagross a flex slot move. Uh, it needs Ice Punch for this fight. So first, we're going to teach Houndoom Fire Blast, and I think I'm going to drop Dark Pulse. I can reteach it whenever with the TM, though I'd rather not. Uh, Houndoom is my only foul play user in the box. Foul play is oftentimes higher damage than Dark Pulse anyways, and plus it's just like not super relevant, right? Like Houndoom is generally speaking has not been coming to fights lately, so whether or not it has like a specific kind of dark stab is less relevant. It's my only Sucker Punch user, so I definitely want to keep Sucker Punch. It's going to learn Fire Blast. And it's just to have it show a kill on Metagross on a specific turn. To drop, like I said, we're going to drop Dark Pulse. I considered also dropping potentially Flamethrower, honestly, but Metagross is going to be dropping Hammer Arm for Ice Punch. Um, Nightfall on Blaziken. And we want one of the big berries. It doesn't matter which. I'm gonna go Iapapa because that's the one I have the most of here. Iapapa does drop minus defense though, or it does confuse minus defense though. So we are going to give you not an Iapapa, just anything other than Iapapa. Which, yeah, which is it should not be relevant. It should not ever be procced, or it's very unlikely to be procced. Insane is going to get a citrus berry. Excadrill is going to get soft sand. That's it in terms of items. Okay, so let's review this. So Metagross kills Sylveon. Blaziken protects. Metagross kills Noivern. Blaziken baits, and I just want to confirm Blaziken at level 81. Linear Iron Wall, so it underspeeds. Baits always Zedbutt. So we go Houndoom. Who takes the Hurricane? It takes the Zen Headbutt. And Noivern dies. And Metagross is baiting in that slot. And it simply baits in order. And Gardevoir underspeeds Houndoom, so it has to side Shadow Sneak. And Torkoal will come in and take the boosted Bullet Punch, allowing it to always show a kill to only Zen Headbutt. It's going to protect as Metagross Meteor Mashes Miss Magius. Then Metagross is going to Bullet Punch Miss Magius. Miss Magius is seeing a fast kill on Torkoal after the Bullet Punch with Shadow Ball. Two. Bullet Punch. 25 minimum. 75. Shadow Ball. So we'll always Shadow Ball. And it's going to die as Incineroar comes in to on the Zen Headbutt. And then Incineroar is going to fake out, and then Excadrill is going to come in, holding the Soft Sand and forcing Metagross, who should see no kills now, to always Bullet Punch the Excadrill slot. And we're going to go into Torkoal in the Excadrill slot as Instant just clicks knockoff. And then Metagross sees a fast kill still into Torkoal. Torkoal's going to protect. Excadrill comes in. Excadrill, okay. Yes. Gotcha. And the big berries are for, or rather, your big berries for the crit world. If it starts baiting weird, should still be pretty consistent. Your big berry is so that you force the Bullet Punch will show no kills to Metagross, but you will show a kill with Fire Blast to Bullet Punch you. Alright, and Blaziken is in slot 2, and it's holding the Iron Ball, so it will bait Metagross. Okay. Oh, I'm in Lily Cove. not going to mention there's one world where everything kind of gets very janky, but we should still be pretty consistently fine, but it does get very janky. A specific world. We're going to bring up what it is. We're just going to, it's just not going to happen. Okay. This has been, this is one that's been causing me a little bit of a sweat, but we're going to be fine. Let's do it. Okay. We're going to meteor mash Sylveon and we're going to detect. The attack raise does not matter to the best of my understanding. Okay. This is the turn. We're gonna Ice Punch, and we're going to Houndoom. We don't want to see a crit from Wyvern. No crit. We're fine. This should be riskless now. Yeah, and this should be Gardevoir. Yep. Um, and this should be Bullet Punch into the Houndoom slot, and Shadow Sneak into Metagross. We're going to Meteor Mash the Gardevoir. Switch to Cold. Yeah, just gonna Side Sneak. Activating the Weakness Policy. Kill Gardevoir. Attack raise again, I don't believe matters at all. So Metagross should see a fast kill. Both slots should see a fast kill and Torkoal. We're going to Meteor Mash the Miss Magius, and we're going to protect the Torkoal. Yeah. We're going to Bullet Punch the Miss Magius, killing it, and we're going to switch Incineroar into the Torkoal slot. It's guaranteed Zen Headbutt, of course. We're going to switch Excadrill into the Metagross slot, and we're going to fake out the Metagross to ensure it doesn't explode. It should always now Bullet Punch the Excadrill slot, and we're going to switch into Torkoal. We need Torkoal to take a little more damage so that it controls Drifblim. So we're going to have it take a Bullet Punch here because Metagross should see itself as dead to Excadrill and should see no kills. And we're going to just knock off the slow knockoff the Metagross, which knockoff should never kill, right? Metagross has no item. We're going to protect the Torkoal, and we're going to switch Excadrill into the Incineroar slot. Okay, and we're just gonna waste a move here, and we're going to high horsepower Metagross for the kill. Okay, and we're going to protect Torkoal and Iron Head with Exga. We're going to switch in Incin, and we're going to Iron Head with Exga. All right, Crust and Mora down. I think the rest of the and good news as well, actually, Torkoal didn't level up, so that's actually a very good sign. It's close to it, but it didn't. Um, Torkoal didn't level up, which means that it's we haven't got to change any of our future lines. And I think the rest of the gym, I believe is um riskless. Have to remember to use my speed scale and conk. That was one unfortunate thing is I for the next fight I had to I mean, I don't know that I had to. I was really struggling with the next fight until I considered the idea of scaling speed on Conkeldurr, which solved the fight instantly. In fact, I think I have a 5 mon line for the next fight. But I was Conkeldurr speed is obviously a pretty atrocious scale, so it is unfortunate, but um nonetheless, like we're going to have enough scales to get through the gym, and we're getting through the gym. Like I said, from this point, I think it is riskless outside of the gym leader, where there's one turn of risk, and also against the gym leader, we can lose our wise classes, funnily enough. But um, what was I? Um, I think that we just dropped the scale, right? It makes the fight very easy, so we just dropped the scale because I couldn't figure out a way past it otherwise, and I need to respect my time. I found a way through, even if it is costly. Okay, from this team, it's just Incineroar. Oh, and Dexka, actually. Great. Bring one more thing to the fight just to be like double sure, obviously. Probably, or no, not Beedrill. Probably like Crobat, like, just in case. Um, we need Walrein, and we need Conkeldurr. Okay. Excadrill is in slot 2, which is where it needs to be. Costa needs to be slot 1. Incineroar to have the Life Orb. Excadrill needs the Metal Coat. Oh, I took everyone's items, right? No. Moray needs the Iron Ball. Does Conk need... Conk shouldn't need anything. Conk is being level capped. Crobat's being level capped later in the gym, so I might as well level cap it for this fight. I'm just bringing it as it's generally good, in case I've made some kind of grievous mistake. Costa being at that level does not matter, so where's Kiracosta? 7-9. Still is always under... So there's never anything. Okay. Like I said, we got a speed scale and can't forget to do that. Speed. I just wanted, I should have done this beforehand, but still have two heart scales. So that's all we need, right? Because we need, we're on the gym leader, we need two scales for it. It's fine. Be fine. Can't see any reason why it wouldn't be. Do it. Okay. So we're going to, Pasta underspeeds Porygon and always shows a kill with Thunder and only Thunder. So it's going to protect. However, it shows no kills to Berserker. Excadrill shows a kill to Berserker with high horsepower. So Berserker has to fake out Excadrill, which is perfect for us because we need Conkeldurr to take a little bit of chip on the turn it switches in, and fake out is roughly exactly what we need. We are going to protect with Caracosta. We're going to switch in Conkeldurr on the fake out and the Thunder. Okay. So Caracosta is going to switch into Excadrill on the Thunder. Conkeldurr outspeeds Porygon on this turn because we gave it the speed scale. On the next turn, it will underspeed Porygon because it's going to click Hammer Arm into Berserker. It now that it has taken a little bit of chip from Fake Out, it now always shows a kill to Psychic. And so once it underspeeds Porygon, it will always bait Psychic into that slot. However, it also, after it clicks Hammer Arm, it will still outspeed Bronzong, and thus will always bait Rampardos because it outdamages both Mons in the back. And it's going to kill Berserker with Hammer Arm. All right, perfect. Excadrill just outspeeds and kills Rampardos with high horsepower. And because this is Psychic and always Psychic, we get to go to Incineroar in the Conkeldurr slot. So because slot 1 chooses what to do before slot 2, this Porygon will always Trick Room because it should see no kills at this point in time. Bronzong, it doesn't matter what Bronzong is going to do because Bronzong is going to die on this turn. Excadrill is going to switch into Walrein, who is holding an Iron Ball, so it underspeeds Porygon, which will matter next turn. Meanwhile, Incineroar is simply going to Flare Blitz and kill this Bronzong. Life Orb Flare Blitz always kills. Okay. Walrein is now going to Encore. Because it underspeeds Porygon, now that we're in Trick Room, Walrein is going to Encore Porygon, which is going to cause it to Trick Room again, which will undo the current Trick Room. And Incineroar is going to knock off the Porygon. And because it's a double, I don't think Pory can switch. I don't think that's permitted. We are now going to go into Excadrill. And funnily enough, Flare Blitz actually always kills Porygon following the knockoff. Incineroar just deals shit ton of damage. And Incineroar is going to get really low, but it will never die here. I'm going to click Ironhead preemptively. We're going to click knockoff with Incin, which will of course kill Jellicent. I just want to make sure. Okay, it was water absorbed. It wasn't curse body. Oh, should have thought about that before I fucking did anything. Jesus Christ. How to scare for a second there. Anyways, we just click Ironhead for the kill, and I'm gonna here, I'm gonna fucking switch to Walrein, I guess. But yeah, Incineroar didn't take an attack there, right? So it was always taking a very consistent amount of damage. And it could get extremely low, but it was never dead. Um, and so we were able, as such, to click Flare Blitz multiple times while still holding the life orb and kill everything. Glad that fucking Jellicent doesn't have his body. Oh, okay, and this is the fight that we kept Beedrill under level for. It needs to be level 83 for this fight. But the defense scale also helps here considerably. So we need Crobat and Incin from this team. No one else. Incin is amazing in this gym. Like, it's just unreal how fucking good it is in this gym. The B, and we need Gyarados, and we need Togi. I'll take someone else too, but this should actually be um, a 3-mon fight. I don't know what I'm gonna take. I'll take like Audino, just in case I need to like sack something to reset tempo because I missed something. Um, okay, we're gonna level up Beedrill to 83, but no higher. Oops. And Togi we can actually level cap. There's never any reason we wouldn't want to, but at the same time, we don't need to level cap for this fight. We're going to, I think we are going to level cap it for Kathleen and Nicholas, though. I'll level cap it for this. Okay, you don't need the life orb. We need a citrus berry on Crobat. We need the shed shell or a shed shell on Gyarados. Now, what is the slot order? It doesn't matter for that side. It also doesn't matter for that side. Okay. Slot order straight up just doesn't matter here then. Yeah. Fuck now. Okay. Okay, as long as the crocodile behaves like I think it should, this should be all good. Jet shell, and your E3. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so we both are going to intimidate each other. Um, and we are going to switch Gyarados, who shows no kills, into Crobat. Crobat notably outspeeds Gothitelle, even if Gothitelle gets to +1. We're going to Mega Evolve Beedrill, and we're going to U-turn the Gothitelle. And weakness policy is fine. Beedrill notably shows Gothitelle a fast kill with Psychic at level 83. That's why it had to stay underleveled. We're turning to Insane. It's only Psychic that can be clicked into that slot. And Crook must fling. And Crook should continue to fling, I believe. But in case it doesn't, anyways, we're gonna dueling beat you, and in case it doesn't, we're just gonna fake out the crocodile. Okay. Did I not? What? I'm so perplexed. Um, why did it get to fling? I don't understand. Jesus. Crobat just chain kills this side of the field, and Crook should continue to try to fling to um, the Mons on that side. We're gonna Brave Bird, and we're going back into Beedrill. Yeah, Sucker Punch is fine. That's why we equipped a Citrus. And going to Brave Bird, and we're going to Leech Life the Crook. And we're going to dual Wing Beat, and we are going to Leech Life. Just going to bring it to Sash. Okay. And we're going to dual Wing Beat, and we're going to U-turn so as to not proc this thing's Salac Berry. Is even U-turn crit can't proc the Salac Berry. I know the bar turned yellow, but I promise you it can't. We'll go here. Just want to fucking confirm that. Bar turning yellow just scared me. Yeah, it's deals 57, yes, 60, 231, 4, 57. So it can bring it to like the highest damage U-turn crit puts Mienshao at 60, and the Salad Prairie procs at 57. So we're fine. Did Crobat kill like? No, Crobat didn't kill everything in that fight, but it got pretty close. It didn't kill Crocodile. That's it. It's pretty funny. Um, okay. Okay, next fight is Masquerain value. Wait, the defense scale was not for this fight. The defense scale is for the next fight. That's my bad. We need from this team just Crobat and Beedrill. Hmm, Magnezone. And we're gonna level B to the cap. We're gonna level Masquerain to the cap, and we're gonna level Torkoal once. We'll get leveled to 76. You both are going to get capped. Um, there's the magnet here. Iron Ball on Masquerain. Need Sharp Beak. Bobat. And nothing is. But we'll give Magnezone a citrus anyways, I think. You get a citrus. Okay. Should be fine, I think. Red is in slot 2, which is what it needs to be. Okay. All right. There's also like some shit with this fight. If we double high roll crit dual wing beat on turn 1, things get weird, but it's like literally consecutive max roll crits or something like that. So I think we just can't worry about that. We just run it. Oh my god. I need to take a break. I need to redo the prep for this fight. I think. Need to not click in prison there. So we'll click in prison. So it can't be since all. So it'd be like ship on. Only also, oh, I mean, no, wouldn't. But I forgot about competitive. I forgot about competitive somehow. There are a bunch of mods with competitive in this fight, but I managed to forget about competitive in Defiant. So I need to redo this. I need something on turn 2 that controls both Meow Stick and Conk in a way that doesn't involve forcing Conk to or Meow Stick to click in prison and can't lead to Conk clicking Block Punch. It's the it's, well, well, fucking telemarketers. Okay, so we're taking a sidekick. Can't bait Mod Punch. How does Wheezy take sidekick? Super fucking dead. This is so fucking frustrating. Jeez. Vermonto is level 79. It's too bulky. Even with like sticky barb, it's too bulky. No, like taking up damage. Mm, Two. Fucking god. Ugh. What about like Huntail? Oh, oh, we might have done it. We might have done it. It might be Huntail. Yeah, because we just need some dog shit, right? Like it just needs to be shit mon. Um, okay. And if so the most you can take off a psychic is 84, right, which after takes 60 after citrus. Oh, wait, let's map that out. We can also be higher level if necessary. Um, crit psychic for Huntail level 81 is 203 divided by 450. Um, minus 171 is 50 is 82. Is that the actual? That's the actual max roll. And now, um, I just want to check. So it's 50. 101 is 50 ones by 1. Okay. I think that's acceptable risk. It's like it would be so low percentage to fuck with me. So it's a level 81 Huntail is what does it. It would be so low percentage to fuck with me. Because it could be Mach Punch, but it would have to max roll crit and then see the actual max roll of Mach Punch and then click Mach Punch. Thank God for Hunter being a shitter, though. Oh, wait. Fuck. Um, fuck, that doesn't change anything. Because Hunter needs to hold the iron ball. What if it's at like 85 then? Okay, it's always put in range of T-bolt. I think we just say we're crit dodging. Not necessarily like crit dodging. It's like because yeah, it's like extremely unlikely to be relevant. And we just equip a citrus on Magnezone. It's fine. It's fine. I think we do go Huntail and we just level cap it and give it the Iron Ball, and it's super likely to be okay. We already have a citrus on. Okay. Yeah, this should be completely fine. I hope I'm not rushing this. I said before that if like I find all in my lines, I'm supposed to take a break, but I think this is like realistically, I think this is fine. Like so much has to happen before it's all fucked up. Still two. Let's run it. Okay, so Beedrill shows Meowstic a fast kill with Psychic. It is going to Mega Evolve and U-turn the Meowstic, bringing it down to its sash. Crobat shows Conkeldurr a fast kill with the very top roll of Brave Bird, and it's going to dual Wing Beat Conkeldurr to put it to half. And Beedrill is U-turning to Huntail now, actually. Yeah, and this is guaranteed Mach Punch, obviously, from Conk, who sees no kills because of the Beedrill defense scale. And we're going to Huntail, who's holding the Iron Ball. Okay, no crits is good. So Meowstic should always see a kill on Huntail, and it doesn't matter with what. Like we don't care with what, um, as long as Meowstic is controlled. Um, Huntail is out of range. It didn't get crit, so it's out of range where Conk could see a kill with anything except for Hammer Arm. So Conk should never Mach Punch the Huntail slot, and it should also never, because it outspeeds Huntail, who's holding the Iron Ball, it should never Mach Punch Crobat, which does in fact matter. Because if it Mach Punches Crobat twice, Crobat can start showing kills to Meowstic with Psychic. That's why we needed something that could control both of these mons on this turn, and Huntail, I think, was the best answer for that I was able to find. Anyways, we're going to Magnezone. on either Psychic or Thunderbolt from Meowstic, and we are simply going to kill the Conkeldurr with Dual Wing Beat. Perfect. I think this should be riskless now. All right. We are going to switch Magnezone, who baits always high horsepower, from Rapidash. And we're going to switch Magnezone into Torkoal, who with Shell Armor can always take a a high horsepower. It's holding a citrus, so that it baits consistently once the next mons come in. Anyways, Crobat is simply going to dual wing beat Rapidash. It's going to dual wing beat so that it can't kill Rapidash on this turn. And we're going to switch into Torkoal, like I said. I think I'm a little too stressed to do maybe the whole gym, because of that miss with Masquerain. I think I might have to call it soon. We're gonna dual wing beat. I'm definitely feeling a little tilted. High Horse, and this is always in prison, by the way. This is always in prison because Magnezone had Thunderbolt and Meowstic saw no kill, so it's always in prison from Meowstic. Hork shows a guaranteed kill to Meowstic with Psychic after that combination, or after it takes a high horsepower and citrus procs. So it's going to protect, and Crobat is going to cross poison the Rapidash in order to kill it. Yeah. So Gyarados always sees a kill on Torkoal with only Waterfall. Um, and we are going into Hisuian Electrode. And we're going to U-turn Meowstic to kill it. And we're going to bring Beedrill back out. So the fake out is always coming into the Beedrill slot because Beedrill shows Perugly a fast kill, meaning we get to Thunderbolt Gyarados for the kill, and Beedrill can just take the fake out. Even a crit is fine, right? Because we have the what's it? The defense scale. That's what it is. Um, and we're going to energy ball and leech life. Okay. We're gonna thunderbolt leech life. Same thing here. Thunderbolt into leech life always kills. Oh, okay. Well, there was some risk in that fight. Um, Basically what it was is if Huntail got crit by Psychic, the max roll of crit could could allow Conkeldurr to find the max roll of Mach Punch, is I believe what it was. Or rather, no. Because I was holding the Iron Ball, it was different. Regardless, if the Psychic crit, Conk could maybe find Mach Punch against Magnezone, which Magnezone, of course, is holding a Citrus, so it should still always only be dead, I believe. Pretty much almost, yeah. Even like it would need Zone would need to essentially get double crit there. Um, if it did, get if Conk found the Mach Punch and Zone got double crit, Magnezone could start baiting the wrong moves from Galar Rapidash, which I don't know how much that would have fucked with us is the thing, because Torkoal should still, like, as long as it's not play rough, be Torkoal at 76. It should still have been pretty consistent, is the thing. At 76, if it's Zen Headbutt, we're fine. Yeah, it was. I don't think, and that's the other thing, is I don't think that even with like double crit, I don't think Zone was ever dead there. I guess Zone would be showing a fast kill maybe under certain circumstances. Anyways, fine. None of it came to pass, but there was some risk in that fight. Basically, if Houndoom got crit on the turn, or not Houndoom, fuck, if Huntail got crit on the turn that it took the Psychic, it could show kills to Mach Punch, and maybe Magnezone could be Mach Punched. And then if Magnezone got punched and the Mach Punch, the Mach Punch would have to crit, essentially. But if Magnezone got Mach Punch and the Mach Punch crit, so we're talking about crit into wrong move into crit. If that happened, then things could start getting weird, but I'm skeptical that we would have ever lost that fight. Um, Two more gym trainers. I think I'm too tilted. I think I'm too tilted. Even though I think I'm 99% sure these next two fights are riskless, I should take a break because I made a mistake, and me making mistakes always puts me on tilt. I shouldn't have played that last fight, honestly, but I think I need to take a second and recuperate, and then I'll play the two last gym fights and the gym leader when I'm in a better frame of mind. Nonetheless, a productive screen, so it's fine.